Natalie Mordovtseva stared at the hotel mirror in Miami, adjusting her hair for what felt like the 100th time. She had agreed to return to 90-day, the last resort in hopes of salvaging her image, maybe even her relationship with Josh Weinstein. The cameras were already rolling in the hall, catching every nervous glance and tightening of her jaw. She wasn't naive, far from it. Natalie had heard whispers of Josh's infidelity for months. DMs from fans, cryptic comments on Reddit, even a paparazzi photo showing Josh with someone she didn't recognize. But it wasn't until she saw Sophie Sierra's name trending alongside his that her heart sank. Sophie, her castmate. Natalie thought of the green card, of Mike Youngquist's name still hanging over her visa, and felt her stomach knot. Everything was unraveling. The life she worked so hard to build in America was slipping through her fingers, and she knew exactly who to blame. Across town, Sophie Sierra lounged at a rooftop bar, sipping cucumber martinis with a smug little smirk. She wasn't hiding from the cameras, in fact, she welcomed the attention. TLC producers had already reached out to her for interviews, and the storyline practically wrote itself: Sophie and Josh, betrayal and love. Sophie hadn't meant to fall for Josh. He was supposed to be a networking connection, someone with modeling agency ties who could elevate her influencer career. But then came the long phone calls, the flirty texts, the weekend in Sedona that neither of them filmed. By the time she realized what she was doing, it was too late. Sophie was a cast member, and she knew the unspoken rule: don't mess with your co-star's love interests. But Josh had insisted he and Natalie were done. She's obsessed, he said. She uses the show to cling to me. Now, Sophie wasn't so sure. And when TMZ released photos of her and Josh at a sushi bar in Scottsdale, the internet exploded. Natalie had never screamed on set before. Crying? Sure. Storming off? Once or twice. But full-on rage? This was new. Production caught every second of her meltdown in the villa's courtyard. You lied to me, Josh, she shrieked, flinging her wine glass into the pool. You say I am crazy? But you are dating Sophie? You cheat, you snake. Josh stood there in his usual calm, rehearsed expression, the PR face he'd mastered. Natalie, I told you we weren't exclusive. You knew that. You kissed me last night, she roared, tears streaking her makeup. And today you post selfie with Sophie? Are you insane? Producers stepped in to separate them, but the damage was done. And worse, Natalie's outburst had legal consequences. The footage would air. Immigration would see it. Mike could see it. And it could jeopardize the fragile balance of her status in America. While Sophie caught heat online, another woman watched quietly from behind the scenes. Her name was Callie Rayanne, tall, polished, business-minded, and, most shockingly, not a cast member. But Callie had